Welcome back to Xplody FPS. It's your host, Saira, here, and today I'm bringing you something next level for anyone who wants their system to run smoother, faster, and cleaner, especially if you're a gamer or just someone who hates bloat and lag. We're going deep into Titus Optimizer, a super useful tool that works directly with PowerShell. It's not just for tweaks, it's an all-in-one Windows optimization beast. So yeah, don't panic if it looks complicated at first. I'll walk you through everything step by step in my style. Install. Tab. So when you first launch Titus Optimizer using PowerShell, the first tab that shows up is called Install. Now I know it might seem a bit overwhelming, but stay with me. I'll explain each part and exactly what it's meant for, especially since we're focusing on optimization. On the left side, you'll see two sections, Action and Package Manager. Let's talk about actions first. There's Compact. It's more of a visual thing. It changes how the tools are displayed on the right side. Then comes Show Selected. This only works when you actually pick some tools to install from the list. For now, I haven't selected anything since this video is focused more on tweaking and optimizing, not installing new stuff. But I thought I'd show you this part so later on, if you want to use it for installing software, you know where to look. Clear Selection simply resets whatever tools you've selected. And finally, Get Installed. This one starts the installation process for the tools you pick. Now, sliding into Package Managers. This is where most people get confused. There are two options, Winget and Chocolatey. So here's the difference. Winget is Microsoft's own package manager. It's newer, smoother, already built into Windows 10 and 11, and super reliable for general users, especially gamers. Chocolatey, on the other hand, is older and more advanced. It gives more control and works better if you're building a full automation or doing deep scripting. Now, since we're focusing purely on performance and gaming, Winget is the better option. It's clean, fast, and doesn't need any setup. But yeah, if you're more of a tech-savvy user, you can try Chocolatey. Your call. Tweaks tab. Alright, moving to the next tab. Tweaks. This is the real meat for optimizing your system. Here, you can debloat Windows, disable background junk, and free up resources that are slowing you down. At the top, you'll see Recommended Selection with three options. Standard, Minimal, Clear, and Get Installed. Go with Standard. It's the safest and smoothest route for most people. Now under that, we start with essential tweaks. Let me explain what to keep and what to skip. First, and most important, create restore point. Always keep this one checked. This will make a backup of your system before applying any tweaks. So if anything messes up, you can roll back safely. Second, scroll down a bit. You'll see Disable Activity History. Now for me, I use clipboard history, screenshots, and other features, so I usually uncheck this one. If you're into productivity stuff, leave it off. But if you're strictly gaming, feel free to disable it. Read each option carefully before toggling. Advanced tweaks with caution. Now here's where you gotta be a little more alert. Adobe Network Block and Adobe Debloat, be super careful. If you use any Adobe apps like Photoshop or Adobe Firefly AI, don't enable these. They will cut off network access and break features like AI generation or even login. I don't use Adobe, so I'll go ahead and enable both. But again, only if you know you don't need Adobe stuff. Now moving forward, you'll see a few network-related tweaks. Disable IPv6, prefer IPv4 over IPv6, disable Teredo. All these are network optimizations. Most gamers, especially in games like Valorant or PUBG PC, get better ping with IPv4, not IPv6. I personally turn them off to get more stable latency. And don't worry, if something breaks, just let me know in the comments and I'll guide you through reverting the changes. Then make sure to check Disable Background Apps, Disable Full Screen, Optimizations, Disable Microsoft Copilot, Copilot especially. It works with Edge and can tank your FPS during gameplay. If you're not using it for coding or searching, disable it. Last two options in this section. Remove OneDrive, block Razer software installs. I don't use OneDrive, and Razer stuff randomly pops up for me, so I block both. But again, your setup might be different, so do what suits you. DNS under Run O and O Shut Up 10. There's one DNS option, set to Google. Always check this one. It gives you a fast and reliable DNS for general browsing and even a slight FPS boost in some online games. Now that Run O and O Shut Up 10 section has more tweaks, but honestly, if you're not 100% sure what you're doing, leave it alone. It's powerful, but if you mess with the wrong option, it could break stuff like notifications or apps. If you guys want to deep dive into that, comment below. I'll make a separate video. I've used it for years, but didn't include it here because it's a bit much for a general setup. Customize preferences. Only thing I personally change here is enable detailed BSOD. This helps show more info when you get a blue screen of death, so it's easier to figure out what went wrong. Super helpful if you're into troubleshooting. And last setting, add and activate Ultimate Performance Power Plan. Definitely enable this. It gives you a direct performance mode that unlocks the full potential of your CPU, especially if you're gaming or editing. Config tab. This tab is more for fixing stuff than tweaking performance. Most of these are Windows features. I don't mess with them unless I'm troubleshooting. The ones you might want. Setup auto login, useful for skipping the login screen. Reset Windows update, if your updates are stuck. Reset network, if your internet dies for no reason. But remember, it wipes your saved Wi-Fi passwords. System corruption scan runs SFC and DSM. I actually made a separate video explaining this in depth, so go check that out if you want full recovery commands. Then there's uninstall Adobe Creative Cloud and other minor cleanups for legacy apps, mostly optional. Updates, tab. This one's easy. You've got 3 choices: default settings, security settings, disable, all updates. If you're gaming on a lower end system like an i5-6 Gen or older, security settings is a good balance. It disables feature updates but keeps security patches coming. If you're downloading random stuff from third-party sites, at least keep security updates on. Protect yourself from malware and exploits. But if you just want raw performance and don't care about updates, go ahead and disable all updates. Just know it's a bit risky in the long run. MicroWin tab. Now this one's a bit niche. It lets you convert your current Windows setup, including drivers and some settings, into an ISO file. Basically, you can install your same setup on another PC. I haven't personally used it, so I can't say too much here. If you've tried it, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how it works in real-world use. So yeah, that's a complete breakdown of Titus Optimizer for performance in gaming. It's honestly one of the most underrated tools for cleaning out your system and tuning Windows exactly the way you want. Just be careful with the tweaks, always read before clicking, and don't forget to create a restore point before starting. If you found this helpful, drop a like, comment below if you need help with any setting, and subscribe for more raw, no-fluff PC optimization guides. This is Saira signing off from Xplody FPS. Stay sharp and keep those frames high.